Right, now, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the predict product worksheet is for combustion. So the front page, I will talk about regular general hydrocarbon combustion, CSHY. And then the back, I will talk about alcohol complete combustion. We have CSHYOH. OH is the group stand for the alcohol, okay? Right, so the front page is not something that we learned new, right? We have CSHY and then oxygen gas, and you must have fire. So from now on, you have to put a triangle all the time, and they will form CO2 gas and water. Like H2O, they also want to form gas. They don't form they don't want to form liquid because that's at the beginning of the combustion is done. The water steam will be formed. And when it will change to water liquid is that when you have condensation, you change the temperature, you cool it down. But that will be not chemical change, that will be physical change. Okay? Now this CSHY, the state is solid liquid gas, depending on the number of the CX. It is C1 through C4 will be gas, C5 to C14 will be liquid, and C15 or more will be solid. Now in this worksheet we have always like the format is also like that. We have the kind of combustion, and then the reason thing here is like some of the reaction they may not take place. Okay, some of the reaction they may not take place, but the combustion is always take place because it's spontaneous reaction. So if they always take place, right, you always balance equation. Okay, it's no doubt. Okay, you always balance equation. Okay, because it's always takes place. Now, we just do a really general review. Okay, so this is it's a general hydrocarbon, so it's an odd number. So we put the one in front, and this is the gas because it's C1 to C4. This is a gas, and we always have the triangle heat, and then the CO2 gas and water gas. So the quick review is if this is the odd number of the X, okay, we put the one in front, and then we balance the carbon, and then we balance the hydrogen by putting in 4 here, and then we calculate the oxygen. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So we divide by 2 to get 5. Now this number, because it's just the step right before divided by 2 to get oxygen. So this number must be even. If you get an odd number, something wrong. Okay, because this the number is like way before divided by 2 to find oxygen. And then the reason here is that combustion is always spontaneous reaction, so we always balance equation. And the even number is like if this is an even number, it's a hydrocarbon, so we put the 2 in front to make that start. And this is a liquid because it's C6. And so we put the 2 in front to make the carbon, we become 12 now, so 12 carbon, and then 28 hydrogen, so 14 right here, and then the oxygen is the 24, 12 times 2 is 24, plus 14 is 38. Again, this is the number way before divided by 2 to get oxygen, which is 19, so this number must be even number. Now all the reaction, right, all the combustion, all the reason in this worksheet will be combustion is a spontaneous reaction. You always need to balance equation, there's no doubt for that, okay? Now the back is actually alcohol. Well, how do I know it's alcohol? Because besides CSHY, you also see OH. Now the general way is the same thing. We add with oxygen gas in the presence of heat to form CO2 and H2O gas. And then the way to name the subscript, the way to name the state is the same as hydrocarbon. How do you name them? It's the same as right here, the same thing, okay? Now, the only thing is, when you see the alcohol, when this X number is an odd number, we don't put the 1, we put the 2. If this X number is even, we don't put the 2, we put the 1 in front of the CSHYOH. So this part is opposite of what you learned from hydrocarbon. Before odd is 1, even is 2. Now because because the alcohol, we all do opposite because of the OH. So we get odd X will be 2 and even X will be 1. And then everything else is the same. So let's do, I'm going to do actually one question on this worksheet, okay? Now this is a alcohol, okay, because I find OH, okay, so this is alcohol. So the states of the matter, because this is C1, so that this is a gas. And then we always have the, what's it called? We always have the triangle, right? It's a fire. So we always form CO2 gas, and then H2O gas. We always found this product. It's a combustion, it's a spontaneous reaction. All right, so then now, because this is alcohol, because of OH, this is the one odd number. So instead of the 1, we put 2 in front of this. We put 2 in front. And then now we can do the same thing, right? The carbon is 2. So we have to put 2 on the CO2, and we make the bracket. And then hydrogen, you have to count all the hydrogen on the left, okay? So here, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. So I do have 8 hydrogen on the left-hand side. So here is 2, so I have to put 4, and then put a bracket to make hydrogen happy. Then now the final thing is oxygen, the same thing, okay? 2 times 2 is 4, and then 4 times 1 is 4, which is 8. Now here, you cannot divide by 2 to get oxygen. The reason is the oxygen is not just show up on here, it also show up on here too. If the right hand side is A oxygen, then the left hand side will be also A oxygen. But the oxygen is not only come from here, the oxygen also come from here, right? This oxygen plus this oxygen should be A oxygen. So how can I find this? I'm going to take the total A oxygen minus the oxygen here to get how many oxygen, and then I divide by 2 to get the coefficient. So I get the total minus how many oxygen here and divide by 2 to get how many coefficient. So my total is 8. My total is 8. And here the left hand side, I have 2 oxygen, 2 times 1. Okay, so I got 6. Okay, now then I will divide by 2 because I have 6 oxygen here totally. So how many coefficient will be 6 divided by 2 to get 3. All right, so now this number, the 6 number, this number should be even. This number should be even because this number way before divided by 2. Okay, now then the coefficient will be 2, 3, 2, 4. Now let's try the second one. I C2H5OH, so I get the triangle, and this should be gas. And then I also form CO2 gas plus H2O gas. Now because this is OH, right, this is alcohol, this is not like a regular hydrocarbon, this is alcohol because this is OH. So we have to do a little bit different. This is an even number, so it's an even number with OH. That means we have to put the 1 in front. I'm going to have to put bracket because it's easier for me to include everything. So then here, my carbon will be 2. So I put 2 in front of CO2. And hydrogen, 5 plus 1 is 6, okay? So 6 hydrogen. Here I got 2, so I put 3 in front with the bracket. Okay. Now oxygen, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Now, these two numbers, you notice that these two numbers not necessary to be even, right? Because this is not the number I'm going to divide by 2 to find oxygen, right? So these two numbers not necessary even. Not necessary even can be either odd or even. Okay? These two numbers can be either odd or even because this is not the number I'm going to divide by 2. This number just tells me how many oxygen on the right hand side. Because the left hand side, I'm not just having this oxygen on here, I also have oxygen on the left. So as I said, if the right hand side is 7, the left hand side totally should be 7. So this plus this will be 7. So how can I find the coefficient? I'm going to take the total 7 minus how many oxygen here to get how many oxygen here, and then I'm going to divide by 2 to get the coefficient. So my total is 7 minus, I get 1 oxygen here to get 6. 6 divided by 2, I got 3. So which is here. So again, this number, which number should be even? This number should be even. Because this is the one that I'm going to divide by 2. Now this two number not necessarily to be even, can be odd, can be even, because I'm not going to divide by 2 until I get to this spot. So the coefficient here is 1, 3, 2, 3.